Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Apologies for the visuals in this video. It's just going to be looking at the end of this damper rod. I want to explain why the XLG review is delayed. So on the car at the moment, I've put the XLGs on the front, no problems there at all. I've come to put on the rears and there's been an issue. So I just want to explain how this works. So the XLG on the rear, you've got this ring which goes in this groove here. So if you can just imagine that this ring is in this groove. On top of this groove you put some two washers, and then this sits against the bottom of the rear top mount, and this stops the damper from coming through the car when you hit a bump. So I've installed this on the car, and for whatever reason this ring has failed. It's come down the shaft and basically the damper has entered the car and it's left with zero damping. Basically the damper's been loose. You can imagine what it's like when there's no damping on one corner. It's just the spring, so it's springy. I'm not saying it's Kayaba's fault or anything negative, I'm just saying what has happened. So the next stage for me is I'm going to go back to the shop where I bought it from. I'm going to show them the photo of what happened. Obviously going to show them this ring, and then they are, well, I'm anticipating that this will have to go to Kayaba's representative in Greece and we'll see what they say. If you want to know the rest of this story, subscribe to the channel. I don't expect that this is going to be a quick turnaround. I expect they're probably going to want a week or two to make up their minds what they're going to do. They may send it back and say it's my fault, it's an installation problem. They may say whatever, we'll replace it. Anyway, if you want to know what happens with this, with a warranty claim is basically what this is going to turn into, subscribe to the channel. Originally, when this first happened, I slept on it in the night and I thought maybe I'm making a big deal out of this. Maybe I can just bend this back, put it on, and we're good to go. I mean, maybe I'm making a bigger deal out of this than what it is. But I've done some research on these type of, what can you say, snap rings, groove rings, wire rings, and there seems to be quite a bit of science in it with regards to how they work. And one of the things that seems to be the given is that when you remove one of these things, or when they come out of the groove, you're supposed to replace them. And it is a specific type of ring. It's got a specific diameter, thickness. It's made from, I think it's made from carbon steel, so it's pretty stiff, and there is supposed to be a tool, I believe, to put it on there. I'm not even sure how I would get this on there properly. I mean, it's got to sit in the groove correctly to give the full strength. As you can imagine, there's going to be quite a lot of force going through this ring. When the wheel goes over a bump, this is going to get fired. The force is going to go into the top mount, and I'm thinking it's probably going to be 400 kilo, maybe 300 kilos perhaps. This is what I imagine. I'm not saying this right. If you're an engineer, automotive engineer, and you know about these things, feel free to leave a comment how much force is going through the damper. There are websites which will give you a guide as to how strong these things are. Well, not specifically for this wire ring, but for snap rings, something like this. There are websites where you can go and you can look at the internal diameter, external diameter, the thickness of the metal, the type of groove, even the shape of the groove, and it will tell you how much force these things can take. And obviously this is a safety critical component, so I'm not going to mess around trying to bend this back or use an alternative clip. I want it done properly because it's safety critical, and this is why I'm going to take it back to the shop where I bought it from to get it done properly. There's no way I want to risk it not working properly and the damper coming through the car. At speeds, cornering, you hit a bump, and because it's fatigued or whatever, the damper comes through the car. That could be a very bad day. So that's why I'm doing the warranty issue. That's the video, guys. This is why the XLG review is delayed. Sorry about the visuals again, pointing at a desk for the entire video, but I just want to explain what is happening and what I'm going to do next. So as always, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, like, and I'll see you again next time.